Hey there, this is the One Boom, and in today's video we're going to be talking about some high-level tips that are helping my gameplay, and I'm hoping that they can help out yours. So, we're going to hop into a private match, and I'm going to show you 2 advanced tactics, just using the private match to illustrate my points. If you learn anything and you like the video, please like and subscribe. I'm going to hop right into it. Okay, so here we are on the map Scar, and we're going to be using this map to illustrate 2 major tips that I think people need to know if they want to improve at Call of Duty, and specifically for Black Ops 7, but of course, in any Call of Duty, having this mentality for either of these things is going to be good. So, let's start off with the first one first, and that is... So what does it mean to play for intel in Call of Duty? Well, playing for intel is the act of not doing this, and let me know if this seems familiar. Do you go here and then aim this? That's not going for intel. You're looking for an opponent, but you're not playing for intel. What does playing for intel look like? Playing for intel is this. See that? Happened really fast. Let's go back and do it again, and this time I'll slow it down for you. Yeah, that's right. I was able to look over the crashed UAV wing there just by jumping, and I can do a little wall jump and see it again, wall jump, see it again, wall jump, see it again. I can see if somebody's already pre-aiming that. Let's say there's nobody pre-aiming that. I could do another little wall jump and look and see if anybody's in the ravine or in the trench. And then I can make an educated move. Not only is this huge for high-level gameplay, I would argue that it's sort of essential, because one of the main things that wins gunfights in Call of Duty is game sense and preparation. If, let's say, for example, I knew there was an enemy mid-map. Whether they killed me, killed a teammate, my teammate called it out, I knew there was an enemy moving past generator in mid-map coming back to back green. So let's say this little dot on my screen here is the enemy. I think I can do a little ping. Yeah, so that's the enemy, right? And they're moving up, and they're moving up. I see them on the minimap, let's say. They're gonna end up right there. 31 meters away from me, right behind that cover. Now, if I know they're mid-map and they're pushing back green, I can get ready for that gunfight, and that is 50% or more, depending on the engagement, of the gunfight won. Knowing where an enemy is going to be and aiming in that direction already is how people win gunfights. It's how people are beating you in gunfights. It's why UAVs are powerful. It's why advanced UAVs are incredibly powerful. And so let's say I wanted to see if somebody is top hotel, like right over here, right? So let me go ahead and ping top hotel. Boop, and I can do a little tiny hop. Super small window to even see me. So I could go here. I don't have to really expose myself. I can go boop, see if anybody was over there. See any red names pop up. I can check and see really quickly. And instead of just coming to here, the predictable power position, this is where Call of Duty expects you to go. This is where Call of Duty wants you to play around at. But before entering that, you can come up the stairs, jump up here, and take a little peek. Or even better, you could do this and do a little peek. Get intel first. Right here, if I go up right here, I'm exposed to all of this, down here, right here, down there. That's a head glitch. Right there on that spot, that's a head glitch. So we don't want to expose ourselves to everything all at once if we can avoid it, right? So we're not going to. We're going to play this a lot smarter, and we're going to come up here, check, and then we're going to check all of the high areas, and then we can move on. And same with right here. We'll look up in the window and see if there's somebody in all these locations, but those are reaction gunfights I don't want to have. So instead, I can come here and I can check top plane by being a little clever. In fact, I think the best way to do this would be to just slide around here, and then you can check top plane and back wood. I can check that, and I can check that without exposing myself to the rest of the map. And if there's nothing there I need to worry about, then we can move on. A lot of you guys, if you've watched any tips and tricks videos with FPS games over the last 20 years, know about pieing corners, right? Let's say I have an enemy right there. The best thing for me to do if entering a room is to pie the corner. So that's a pie slice, that's a pie slice, that's a pie slice. And so I'm gonna go yum, 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 yum. Then the enemy's exposed, and I get to see the enemy when the enemy gets to see me. And that's pretty great. Instead of just running around here, right through the doorway, and then having to react to the person. Playing for intel is important. You don't have to attack the downed UAV head glitch. You can just peek it, see that somebody's there, make them waste some bullets at you, and then go attack from a different angle. And then here, you can jump up here. Sorry, you can wall jump this, can't you? Can you not? You can't wall jump this. Oh, you can. What the balls? You can come here and then you can do a little hop. I kind of fucked that up a little bit. There you go. Little hop, no one there. And then you can check here. Now, this is where my next rule comes in, and you guys might remember this from my Black Ops 6 videos. You have... That's right, the high and wide rule. In case you guys don't know, high is priority over wide when clearing the map. And what does that mean? What does that look like? Well, I'm going to go ahead and dart right over here because this area is going to showcase it the best. So what is my high and what is my wide? Right here is my wide. This is my wide. This is where an enemy really can't be hiding. It's just terrain. It's just where an enemy would be. If there was an enemy standing right here or right there or in any of these locations, not secluded, not hidden, those are my wide enemies, and I can get to them soon. Those are reactionary gunfights you're going to have to get used to having in any FPS game. What do I need to prioritize? I need to prioritize the high. What's nerve-wracking is that window. I don't want to fight an enemy in that window. So, if I come around here, I'm going to check the high, because if there's somebody high, I don't need to be fighting in the wide. There could be one enemy there and 5 enemies here. I might be able to get some shots off and get the hell away, but that's all I'm going to be able to do. Because that person in the high, if they're confident enough to be in that window, they're probably using a weapon that can take me out or damage me to a degree that makes the rest of the gunfights irrelevant. When coming around here, right? High first, right here. That's more important. If they're in this area, they're going to be more exposed, they'll be more open, they have easier shot through cover. So if they're here, that's more important. If they're standing there, they're already exposed to you. As you pie this corner, that's already exposed to you and they have no cover, so they need to have their movement set up, and you can just crouch or lie down and have a much better angle on them and make yourself a very hard to hit target. So don't worry about the wide. Coming up here, I only care about the market door. The market door is the power position. If anybody else is before that, they're an easier target. That's a reactionary gunfight for me and them, versus me reacting to somebody that isn't reacting. They're stationed up. If an enemy was to round this corner and I'm head glitched waiting for them, they have to react to me, but I'm not really reacting to them. I'm in preparation of them. So you have to choose which fights you want to have that are reactionary and which fights you want to prepare for. The fights you want to prepare for are, let's say, the top window there. And right here, I can jump up and see that top window and go, okay, there's no one top window, there's no one top hotel, and then I can like keep my eyes on market. I can keep my eyes on other things. Now, this obviously isn't foolproof. This is an FPS game. You can check an area, clear it, clear it, clear it, clear it, look somewhere else, and then that's where an enemy appears, and that's what we call Call of Duty timing. There's not much you can do to account for that. If there is, let me know. But for what I understand, a lot of times you just have to make the moves you can make, and the way you like optimize that is to get your intel first. That way, when you do push out, you're not just running up hoping for the ability to have godlike reactions. And it's the same thing here. If I'm up here, anybody in the wide is going to be easy pickings for me. They're going to be very visible. I'm not going to have trouble with that gunfight. I don't mind reacting to that gunfight. What I do mind reacting to is that gunfight in that window. In that window, that's outside the range of most assault rifles, and if somebody has a DMR or a longer range AR or a sniper rifle, I don't want to fight that. So when I round this corner, yeah, I'm taking in the wide, that's just what I can see, but right there is what I'm worried about. Now, what you don't want to do, and I think what I catch a lot of people doing, is pre-aiming where that's going to be. This is also the bad move. See, what you want to do is keep your eyes unfocused. You want to take in the whole screen. So you come around here, you're taking in the whole screen, and you want to maybe hover your sight somewhere between here, here, and here. So right here, bam, now I can react to that really quickly. Bam, now I can react to that really quickly. Bam, now I can react to that really quickly. That's what you want to do. Because doing this, can I see that bottom head glitch now? I can't see that bottom head glitch. I've completely obstructed this bottom head glitch because I'm aiming at this, obsessing over the power position, and that's how this guy's going to kill me. So the best thing to do is you round the corner, bam, line of sight. We're going to pie that, and then there. there is unpredictability. There is obviously going to be unpredictability. There are going to be things that you can't account for. People are going to be in ratty positions. I'm going through all of this, right? But what if somebody's prone there? And that person's a freak and they might kill you. But you know what? You did the best you could. You did best practices. It's not about being the best. It's about things lining up. And things are not going to line up if you're not putting forward best practices. And you might be surprised as to how many crazy angles there are in this game that you can utilize. So let me just show you one right now. Like, if you want to see if somebody's head glitching plane and you're in mid, you can do this, and you can see over the plane right there. Easy peasy. Bam, I just looked over, and I was able to see this, and I'll see a red name. So I can be in mid. Let's say I'm moving to that position. That's where I want to go, but I want to also give my team more intel. Boop. Hey, there's 2 top UAV, and I can call that out and tell them that, and then I can approach this, pie the corner, get more intel this way, and before I even come around, I can jump off of this and check and see if they're there. You don't have to use this for gunfights, but you can use it to be absolutely 100% ready for them, or at least as ready for them as you can be, which is going to be a lot more than what the average person is willing to do. Anyway, that's going to cut it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you got anything out of it, if you liked it, then I do encourage you to subscribe. And, yeah, happy 3rd night of Hanukkah.